Oh. Just got out of the shower. My skin looks red and blotchy. I'm sweating. Had the sunroof or the moonroof or whatever that's called open, and I was going to do my video that way, but the sun was beating down. I felt like I was in a middle of the Sahara Desert just after a workout. You don't want to feel like you're in the middle of the Sahara Desert just after a workout. I don't know if you ever want to feel like you're in the middle of the Sahara Desert. I don't even think Moses wanted to. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty dang confident Moses didn't want to feel like he was in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Excuse me. Had to wipe my brow. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Thoughts from the Gym with Ken. I'm not totally sure how long I'm going to do this show, but I do have fun going live. I do a live Coffee with Ken show every morning, pretty much every morning, having my very first sip of coffee with the viewer, starting my day off with a smile, a little caffeine, and a little camaraderie that can be social media. I think there's a lot of people that think negative stuff about social media, and I know a lot of people close to me think negative stuff about social media, and I think it's like a lot of things. It's not the medium that we're using or the tool that we're using, but it matters whose hand it is in. And I think you can do good. I think you can provide inspiration. You can provide motivation. You can provide some humor, some entertainment, some excitement. And thank you, Cheppy. And I'll wrap up in social media. And social media doesn't have to be about people arguing about politics. You know, you can if you want. There's probably live videos where people will argue about politics all day, but that's not my thing. I just tend to be me. And if you like me, tune in, follow my page, subscribe, follow me on other social media platforms because I have a ton of fun with it. And anyway, this is Thoughts from the Gym, which is, I don't know, just something I started 3 days ago because I joined a gym 3 days ago. And I figure while I'm in the gym, working up a sweat, getting my exercise on, oh yeah, only 3 days. I'm not ready for any great competition. I'm not bragging about it, but it's the start. I started. Starting's the hardest part. I'm kind of hooked now. I was very sore. I debated going in or calling it a rest day after 2 days of working out in a row. I know it doesn't sound very hard, but when you're fat and out of shape and old like me at 55 years old, working out 2 days in a row after 2 years of walking, counting dog walks as exercise, it's a different sort of exercise. It's a different sort of soreness. It's a different sort of feel. And I'll tell you what, it feels pretty good. So I went in there this morning wanting to give some of my muscles a little bit of a rest, but I still wanted to get a sweat on. I ran a little bit, 1.4 miles I think I did, all told, which is a little more than each of the previous days. Went a little bit faster. And I think it's important for me. One of the hardest things for me is I'm very competitive. And when you're on the treadmill, you're staring at the clock and the mileage and the pace you're going and all this sort of thing. And it's so easy to push button faster for me. Hello, Diane. And as a former competitive runner, I used to run pretty fast. If I tried to do that now, I'd hurt myself and get thrown off the treadmill. But anyway, it's easy to keep bumping up the pace and going a little faster, trying to get your average miles or mile per hour down or what have you, or break a certain time or go a little further. And I think sometimes it's important to know when to kind of pull back and rest a little bit. And because again, the only risk I have to accomplishing my goals in terms of fitness is getting injured. And one of my big goals is doing a pull-up in 1 month. So the last 3 days I've gone in and tried my best to do a pull-up, and today I got a little further than the other days. And when I say further, I mean probably pulled myself up 4 inches as opposed to 3 inches. But since I have fairly long arms, I got a couple more feet to go before I get my chin above the bar. but that's okay. I'm not in a hurry. I don't need to do it next week or next 2 weeks, but I think a month would be a realistic goal to be able to get my frame up above the bar one time. And once we do that, we'll strive for some other goals. I was on the scale today. I weighed about 220. I bounce between 218 and 220 right now, which is probably 10 to 15 pounds heavier than I should be ideally. And that just kind of happens from laying around lethargy. You know, or even when you think you're working. I work at a super target currently at an entry-level position. It's fairly physical. It's a lot of walking, but it's totally different than a little more intense exercise. And it's so easy to eat, for me, like peanut M&Ms are a weakness. And to eat a third of a huge bag of peanut M&Ms and down 1,000 calories in a sitting on junk food. And, you know, that takes 8-10 miles of running to make up for. So that's a lot of work you got to do. And I've been trying to cut back on some of that. Although I did have some delicious key lime pie last night. I would be lying if I didn't admit it. And let me tell you, the key lime pie was delicious. If there's any left, I might have a little more today. It's so light and citrusy, it almost doesn't feel like it's high in calorie. It almost feels like it might be good for you. You know what I mean? But I don't know. So anyway, I had a good workout. Feels good. Showered, clean, ready to go start my day. Go pick up my son, meet my daughter at church where we go to Community Christian here in Naperville. If I start my day, my Sundays, with a live video, Coffee with Ken, a good workout, and going to church with 2 of my 4 beautiful children, I'm pretty set to have a good day and feel good about the rest of my day. I think it just gets the direction of your day, and if you get you get a series of your day direction going the right way, your life's starting to feel pretty good, and you start to realize, yeah, I'm a little heavier than I want to be, and I can't do a pull-up yet, but I'm on the right path and heading in the right direction, and that feels pretty good. So anyway, just wanted to hop on. It's thoughts from the gym. I do have a little bit of coffee left over. It seems there's still some warmth to it. There's still some warmth to my coffee. Oh, wow. Either it's been hot in my car, or I wasn't in the gym very long, or both, because the coffee's still fairly warm and fairly tasty. So let's have one more sip. Oh. Thank you so much for joining. I so appreciate you. I hope you follow my page, like my videos, enjoy my content, have fun, you smile a little bit. You got some love in your heart today. You're staying cool if you live where I do, because it's going to be a hot day and hot week. Maybe go to the pool a little later and enjoy the day and enjoy my kids and feel good and love myself and forgive myself. So I'd encourage you to do the same. Hope you had a wonderful night's sleep. Your weekend's going great. You're excited about the day. You're feeling good. You're loving yourself. You're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.